Hello and welcome to my new YouTube channel, All Things FPS. As the name suggests, it's a YouTube channel about first-person shooting games. I first fell in love with FPS games over 15 years ago when I first played Half-Life, which still to this day is the best single-player gaming experience that I've had. It hasn't been topped yet. I think we were all very spoiled by that game. So I do enjoy games that are challenging, and I guess I'm always comparing games to the classics Half-Life and Unreal and the likes of those. So I'm a little bit of a snob really when it comes to first-person shooter games. I like them to be both challenging and interesting. I like the storyline to be good. I like to feel involved in the game and really care about the characters as much as you would do in a good film. I don't like the overly commercial games that seem to come out all too frequently. Call of Duty and unfortunately the new Far Cry games from Ubisoft, they seem to be lacking in substance, which I'm not really a fan of. I like innovation, but I don't like innovation for the sake of it. I like the games to be simple, easy to understand, easy to pick up, but very difficult to master. And that's why I guess I've gone towards multiplayer games. I played Counter-Strike over the last 10 years, Source, and then more recently Global Offensive. Over the last couple of years I've been Supreme and Global, switching between those two ranks. But unfortunately the game is completely and utterly riddled with cheaters. So I've decided to try my hand at a new gaming experience, something that I've never done before. I played Unreal Tournament back in the day in offline mode, absolutely loved that, playing against the bots, completed that a couple of times, but never really played online, never really got good at the game. It was always Counter-Strike, Source and then Global Offensive. So it's a very different gaming experience, but something that I'd like to learn and try and become pretty good at in a relatively short period of time. I'd like to really grind out some hours on the game and showcase to you what's possible as a relative beginner in an arena shooter. I'm very much attracted to games where the skill ceiling is very high and you're rewarded by putting in hours into the game and practicing certain skills and techniques within the game. There's a lot to go over in the Quake as a movement, and the whole game itself is so different from Counter-Strike. So this will be one of my first video series showcasing my journey from a Quake noob to hopefully someone half decent at the game over the next few months. I'll also be doing more videos on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, maybe some beginner friendly tutorials, that'll be another series, and then perhaps some documentaries on the old classics, the retro games, why they were so good and why they still stand out to this day. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up guys. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.